display good sportsmanship. Manage the game. And sometimes
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand, Colombo Field, Brockton Community Access tonight. The 2025 Brockton Boxers. Again, I'm Leo Genatasio. 4 boxers take on the number 1 team in New England, number 1 team in Massachusetts, the Catholic Memorial Knights. Orlando, a game we talked about last week. Brockton went out to Lincoln Sudbury. It was an inept showing, offensively, defensively, special teams coaching, just not what Coach Silva was looking for 4 games into the season.
Absolutely not. You figured those are the games you thought Brockton was going to win. You figured they would have at least 1 win on the board. That hasn't happened, and now they sit 0-4 and play a team that's considered one of the best teams in New England in Catholic Memorial.
So Brockton again 0-4. They open up the season at North Attleboro, a loss 42-7. 2 home games, losing to Barnstable 33-15, Franklin 21-19. A game where they showed some toughness and were in both football games. Again, last week losing to Lincoln Sudbury 48-7. Their opponent tonight, the Catholic Memorial Knights, have played 3 games, 2 out-of-state games. St. Anthony's of New Jersey, a win 35-7. They went down to Pennsylvania, St. Francis, a game they won 56-32. In their Massachusetts opener last week, Orlando, they beat Neshoba of Central Mass 49-7. The game was over at halftime. When you talk about Catholic Memorial, you obviously talk about one of the all-time best coaches in Massachusetts, maybe the best coach in Massachusetts. Around here, we prefer Armand Colombo, but make no mistake about it, John DiBiase is right up there in the short list of the all-time best coaches.
Yeah, John DiBiase, raised in Everett, Massachusetts, graduated from Everett in 1974, and DiBiase has begun his coaching career. He began his coaching career at Tufts, and then going to his first head coach position at high school at St. Patrick's in Watertown. And then he went on to Weston, coaching Cy Butler, Brockton Roots, right? And winning a championship in 1991 before achieving his lifelong dream of becoming coach of the Everett Crimson Tide in Everett, Massachusetts in 1992. His journey in Everett was shared by his wife Maureen, a teacher and a long-time cheerleading coach as well. And he strives around his family. That's what brings him out, right? And over the 25 years at Everett High School, DiBiase built one of the most dominant programs in Massachusetts history, amassing over 376 wins, wow. Leo, 16 Super Bowl titles, 29 league championships, including 2 Super Bowl victories led by his son, Jonathan. In addition to football, DiBiase also was the head basketball coach at Everett and compiling over 504 wins, 13 league titles, and the guy has basically done it all. And now we talk about Catholic Memorial, where he's guided the Knights to 6 Catholic Conference championships, 3 state championships. His unparalleled success across 2 sports. DiBiase has been inducted to the Massachusetts Football Hall of Fame, the Massachusetts Basketball Hall of Fame, and
more importantly,
Italian American Hall of Fame. And listen, it seems like to me, by what I just read, success follows Coach DiBiase.
Well, he ended up leaving Everett to go to Catholic Memorial, and it's not a coincidence that a lot of the dads and moms and parents around the greater Boston area and social area are sending their kids. They're flocking to Catholic Memorial. The guy wins wherever he's gone. Again, his run in Everett, right after the Brockton run of probably 3 decades, Everett puts up a nearly 3-decade dominant run, culminating with Super Bowl victories. They beat Brockton in the Super Bowl. They beat St. John's Prep in the Super Bowl. They beat Xavier in the Super Bowl, much like what Brockton did. Brockton did the same thing over many decades, beating the best teams. And that's all you can ask. You want to play the best. This guy will, if he's in a state championship game, you know you're going to be out there, and it's not going to be a pushover. Every game he's been in a big game, his teams have come either won the game or been damn close to winning a state championship. Tonight, the Boxers again playing Catholic Memorial. This is a rivalry, Orlando. They played a couple times in the 1950s and 60s. Both times, Brockton winning on the way to Class A state championships. The rivalry picked up again in 1995. Oh, I apologize, in 1993, where Brockton defeated Catholic Memorial 35-6. They've played 10 times. Brockton leads the series 7-3. The Boxers went into West Roxbury in 2010. They won on a Hail Mary, if you remember that game. Paul Moroz to Lucas Fernandez. They beat Catholic Memorial 19-18. In 2011, CM returned the favor, and that was a very good Catholic Memorial team. They beat Brockton 26-0. Brockton had beat Catholic Memorial 5 straight times after that, 41-6, 26-12, 27-8, 28-6, and 20-14. The last 2 times they played, Catholic Memorial has beat Brockton 34-0 to 15-10, but those games mean nothing right now. Now you're talking about one of the best programs, if not the best program in the state, and Coach Gilson Silver in his second year looking to get Brockton back on top, and you got to give him credit scheduling Catholic Memorial.
Well, listen, in order for you to be the best, you got to play the best. And I like Coach Silver stepping up, playing a Catholic Memorial teams where a lot of teams don't want to play. DiBiase also, his resume at Everett, let's keep it real, Leo. A lot of teams that when Everett was trying to schedule did not want to play Everett.
Nope.
So you figured, you know, he brings the same pedigree here into Catholic Memorial, who is stacked, by the way. A lot of players out there, and then we'll start with the quarterback, Flannery, who's a Harvard commit. Number 5, man. That kid's the real deal, man. And happens to be smart, too, going to Harvard. And then they're going to twist the ball over to Isaiah Simmons, who's a special running back. Keep an eye on him, Leo, number 1.
Their offensive line is led by number 14. That's Mac Fitzgerald, a 6'5", 275-pound senior. They also have Ernest Hughes, a 5'11", 250-pound sophomore. Quinn Adams, 6'5", 270-pound junior. Marcelino Antunes, 6'8", 300 pounds.
74. He's a BC commit. The kid is a beast. I talked to him in the field. He happens to be Cape Verdean, and
Love that.
Oh, I love that. And he looks like a football player.
And also Logan Hernandez at 6'4", 260 pounds. We always know that the football game are running the trenches. When we talk about the Brockton offensive line, Lindo, 5 underclassmen, 4 juniors and a sophomore. Alex Muhammad, he's 6'4", 265. Jaden Joseph, the junior. And we also have Jerry Casimir, Eugenio Alves, and Martin Brandeo. We're going to go over to the national anthem, and we'll be back for Brockton Night Football. Additional national anthem by the Brockton High Band and Color Guard. Leo Genitacio, Lindo Galveo, Brockton Community Access. You can catch us on the Brockton channels. Of course, Mike the Postman Simmons, David Eric, Curtis Reese on the production. Back here, the Boxers, 2025. 0-4 taking on the number 1 team in Massachusetts, the Catholic Memorial Knights. We are soon to kick off as the Boxer captains are led out there, of course, by Jared Mighty, Marcio Semedo, and a few of the others as Catholic Memorial sends out their captains. Orlando, for Brockton to be in this game, all right? When we talk about winning, let's be real here. Brockton struggled this season. They're playing the best team in the state. To make it competitive, what do they got to do?
Well, you got to control the ball, not make turnovers, have long drives, try to keep the Catholic Memorial offense off the field. And you got to try to have them make mistakes instead of you making mistakes. That's what I think needs to happen in order for them just to stay in this game. And, again, listen, it's 0-0. That's how we start off, right? So may the best team win.
So, again, the Boxers, their 5th game of the season, struggling at 0-4. no chance of the playoff, Orlando?
Well, I disagree with that. So obviously 3 wins get you in. So Brockton could technically go 3-5 and get into the playoff. But if you can win this game, we can go a long way for making the playoffs.
Right.
All right.
So the Boxers still have Durfee, New Bedford, Weymouth, who's undefeated, and Bridgewater Raynham on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, 66 degrees, nice blue skies overhead, perfect football weather for the Brockton Boxers and the Catholic Memorial Knights.
So again, we're minutes away from kickoff here at Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand Colombo Field. Coach Jolson Silver in his second season. Again, last year, 5-6, very disappointing 5-6. That team felt like they should have won 8 football games. This year has not started out the way he wanted it to. They're 0-4, but there's a lot of football left. And a good showing tonight would be, just build confidence for the young kids. It's not a senior-heavy team. There's a lot of underclassmen, and being able to just be competitive at times tonight would really help this football team.
Yeah, Brockton, again, that's not high from the facts. There's a lot of young players playing there, including the junior quarterback, who I feel is probably one of the best quarterbacks in this area. So you got to start off strong. You can't be timid of Catholic Memorial. You're on the same field. You got to come out and play hard, play strong, play physical.
That's what I thought last year, Orlando, against Xaverian in the playoffs. I thought for the first time, Brockton's lost football games the past decade. I thought they were timid last year. And one thing you got to do tonight is you can't play timid football. You got to get out there and be physical. If things don't go your way, that's fine. But you got to go out there and at least put the effort in and try to put the body on somebody and make them know they're in a football game, like they did against Barnstable.
And hopefully we let the results play itself. But for now, we're going to turn it over to the voice of the Brockton Boxers, Leo Genitacio. So let's go.
Kicking for the Knights will be Matthew Ciarrocco. He is a junior. And back deep we have, it looks like Jared Mighty, and is that Kayvon Burke? And it is. And Burke will get up the sideline. He makes a move. He got up the sideline. There's a little bit of room there. And that's a really good return by Kayvon Burke.
Yeah, right off the bat. I bet there's a flag down.
20 yards away from the play, a flag. And when Brockton's had big plays the last month, this is the problem. Too many penalties. And this wasn't even near the play.
And fortunately, this looks like it's going to come back. This is the start you wanted, right? To the 45-yard line, but the flag saw an illegal hit in the back. It looks like that's what the call is, and Brockton's going to start deep in their territory.
The amount of penalties over the last several weeks has got to be concerning for the coaches. I'm sure Coach Silver and his staff go over the fundamentals of the game repeatedly with his players, and when you play a football team like this, you can't start out with penalties. So instead of having the ball near midfield, Brockton will start out at their own 19-yard line, as looks like the Knights look like they're going to be in a 35 front, loaded with good-looking linebackers out there and some athletic-looking safeties.
Yeah, keep your eyes on number 7, Jackson Tucker. His brother goes to BC, and that kid is a player. He can bring it.
So Brockton comes out with a single back. It looks like it's Quentin Montero, the sophomore with 2 tight ends, Jared Mighty in motion. And that's going to be a fake, and Marciano takes it up the corner, and he will gain about 4 yards. Was that a...
Looked like a broken play.
And Semedo made something out of it.
Well, if it was by design, that's a good pickup of 7 yards.
So the gain of 7 will make this 2nd and 3. It looked like Brockton got away with a little bit of a hold there, too. Fortunately for the Boxers, it wasn't called. So let's give it 6.5, closer to 7, in a manageable situation on 2nd down for the Boxers.
Oh, what a spectacular night for football.
We've had good weather all year.
Yes, sir.
So a fine crowd here at Marciano Stadium. The Boxers, looks like you have, is that Xavier Colon in the backfield playing H-back as Mighty motions. And that will be a handoff up the middle. And he moves his legs, and he may gain a possible half a yard. And the tackle by number 14 for the Knights was led by Mac Fitzgerald, the 6'5", 280-pound two-way tackle, defensive tackle.
Yeah, that kid's a big boy. I was on the field, Leo, before the game, and I'm like, man, Jesus Christ.
They got some big men out there. So the Boxers at a 3rd down and 5. Would love to keep the chains moving here. As Xavier Cologne.
Like earlier, it looks like Catholic Memorial's pinched in on Brockton.
Oh, they
Might
got
want to talk a
everyone.
shot deep, mighty.
So it's a little handoff inside to Kavion Burke, and they
Don't
goes
like it.
nowhere.
Don't like it.
So Orlando, we talked.
If you're going
week
to play
week.
Catholic Memorial, you can't play scared. That play right there tells me that you're playing scared.
Your best play is your quarterback. You got to give Catholic Memorial something to look at throwing the football. So after the first down gain of 7, 2 plays that go nowhere, and the boxes will be punting the ball to the Knights.
I'm sorry, I disagree with that play. You got to take a shot down the field. You can't play scared against the number 1 team in the state. And that right there showed that you're playing scared.
So
I'm not talking about the players.
So back deep will be Isaiah Simmons, Danny DeSilva in the kick, and it's a good one. He kicks it away, and Simmons has the ball right there, and we're probably going to get a hold on the Knights. And a good tackle, open field tackle by number 59 from the Broxes right there. And that would be, I believe that's Austin Pina. It is.
Yeah, you're going to get a hold on CM. That's an easy call for the referees right at the 50-yard line. It's going to push him back 10 yards. But Simmons lost the track there, or else he had a bit of open field right there.
So let's see, we have the 10 yards. Do they mark him back? We'll bring that ball. Probably no. I say no, they pick up the flag? Or they are moving him back. So it looks like Brockton's going to go with the big 2 D tackles right there, 2 350-pounders. And that's going to be, of course, Cash Petway and Darren Hibbett. 1-4-25, 1-4-04. So given that big offensive line of Catholic Memorial something to look back. So the Knights are in the pistol. They will motion. And that's going to be a handoff to number 8. He runs up the middle, and that is a gain of about 9 in the tackle by number 17, the middle linebacker for the Brockton Boxes. And that is Wilmer Perellon, the junior linebacker. He has a nice burst of speed by number 8, and that is Ramar Thomas, the sophomore.
Yeah, Ramar Thomas, I think he got a little Brockton roots in him too. And almost a string shit tackle kept him from going all the way.
So there's a fake, the handoff up the middle, and that's a run. That's gain about 6 yards before the tackle. And that looks like it is Zay Cologne on the tackle. The first down will give the ball inside box of territory at the Brockton, probably 46-yard line. As Catholic Memorial is going to move fast.
Yeah, CM up tempo here.
He's back. He looks. He has a ball. It's underthrown. And that was actually pretty good coverage by the Boxers as the ball skids in. There will be 2nd down and 10 for the Knights.
Yeah, but good throw gets it there. That's not a good
open.
throw by Flannery. He was open. And a good throw gets him about 8 yards.
So 2nd and 10. As you see the huge size advantage of those Knight receivers compared to the Brockton corners. Wow. So a huge cushion from the Boxers as they'll throw the ball out into the open right there and missed tackle, and that should have been a tackle for about a 2-yard gain, but the missed tackle allow the Knights to gain 12 on that play. They'll have a first down at the Brockton 35.
Yeah, Owen Judy with a nice catch, nice burst, first down Knights.
Missed tackle hurts you every time. So that first down on 2nd and 10 will give the ball as they again move fast. You see it right there. That was number 13 for Brockton on the missed tackle. And that's Tyrese
nice
Jackson.
pass.
So that's a pass wide open to Isaiah, and he makes a move on the open. And he gains a first down of about 15 yards on a good
Still
throw.
going.
And Isaiah Simmons makes a few people miss. And the first down for the Knights.
Yeah, Simmons wide open and a bullet thrown by him by Flannery right on the money. And good play.
So the Knights are moving fast. 3 straight first downs as they are inside the red zone. They remain in that pistol with 1 back. He's back. He's going to take a look. Not a lot of pressure. He jumps out, jumps back inside, has a lot of room, and Brockton again loses, and he throws to a wide open receiver in the end zone. There was no one within 10 yards of him, and that is Ramar Thomas. And a nice play by the quarterback as Brockton had a little bit of pressure. They lost there. Looks like they lost a little bit of their lanes there, and he was able to scramble out and find a wide open receiver in the end zone.
Yeah, that's the reason. That's the reason why on 3rd down you cannot run plays for 1 yard, and this is what's going to happen again. That quarterback made that happen. Scramble, able to find the open Owens in the end zone for the touchdown. The Knights starting off strong as usual.
So the extra point will be by number 85, and that is Matthew Ciaracco. It's down, and the kick is good. So we're under 9 minutes here at the first quarter. The Catholic Memorial Knights lead 7-0 as they take their opening drive at their own 40. And on 6 plays on a touchdown pass to number 8 of Catholic Memorial, Armand Thomas, they lead 7-0.
Yeah, again, not how you want to start, especially against the number 1 team in the state. And you see there how special that quarterback, Harvard commit Fannery, is. Able to scramble. He made that by himself and find the open guy at the back of the end zone for the touchdown.
So the Boxers had a chance on 2nd and 10, a missed tackle. Could have made it 3rd and long, but the missed tackle allowed a first down, and Catholic Memorial will take advantage of that every time as they go down the field in less than 3 minutes and take a 7-0 lead. So back deep will be, I see Jared Mighty, and back with him will be Kavion Burke, the junior. And Coco kicks it away from Mighty. It should let that go out of bounds.
There you go.
So a good play by Burke, and Brockton should take the ball over a pretty decent field position. Let's see if they open it up a little bit here, Orlando. Again, you said it, you can't play scared. You got a good quarterback. He will play at most schools in the area. Give him a shot to make some plays.
All right, he's probably arguably one of your best players.
So the Boxers with the ball at the 35-yard line. Their second possession. Their first one, they went 3 and out. And let's see the Boxers here now on their second possession if they try to mix it up a little bit, give Catholic Memorial a different look. Samito, the junior quarterback, has only had 1 turnover this season, interception last game. And in most games, he's been accurate. He's put the ball a lot of times in difficult spaces and tight window throws. And I'll give it, the Brockton receivers have made a lot of good catches here, especially the junior Burke. So they remain in some sort of offset eye, and that's going to be a handoff, and that's Burke again, and he's got nowhere to go.
A nice play there.
And the tackle by number 42 from Catholic Memorial, and that is Liam Conlon, a 6'3", 220-pound sophomore linebacker.
Yeah, didn't fool him.
So the loss of 1 will make this 2nd and 11, as we have seen.
I am surprised at the play call so far. Brockton's not trying to take a shot down the field. All runs so far. Very surprising.
So let's see what the Boxers have here. They remain in that offset eye with Zay Cologne and Kavion Burke, the running back, Jared Mighty, the lone receiver. Double tight ends for the Boxers as the Knights have everyone in the box. And there's the fake there, and he's going to take a shot, and he looks for Jared Mighty. It's underthrown. Jared comes back for the ball.
That's a pass interference.
She'll get a flag, and that is underthrown. But the Jared Mighty came back for the ball and will get a 15-yard penalty as that ball was not even close to being caught. But Jared Mighty made a smart play coming back to the ball, forcing the pass interference.
Yeah, Owen Fernandez like, who, me? Yeah, you. That was clearly a pass interference, and that's why you try to take shots, because you have a special player in Jared Mighty. You can't play scared. You gotta, bring it all if you're gonna play the CM Knights.
Orlando, you can be my offensive corner there any day. So first down for the Boxers at midfield. Leo Genatasio again with the Brockton legend, Orlando Galveo, Brockton Community Access, Mike the Postman Simmons, David Eric, Curtis Reese. Catch us on the Brockton channels, Brockton High Football 2025. We're at 7 minutes and 11 seconds of the first quarter. The Boxers down by 7 with good field position here. And let's see what the Boxers do. This is, again, now they're in the eye with Zay Colombo, the fullback, and that looks like Kavion Burke, the lone back. Jared Mighty's got single matchup. And Burke heads right up the middle and kind of had a hole there, a little bit of dancing, but gained 3. And that will make it 2nd and about 7.5, maybe 8, as we see number 32 coming in at running back, and that would be Lordney Blues, and he is a junior.
Gets his first action of the year. He was hurt back in the line, and again, Brockton's line, all underclassmen. Quarterback, again, underclassmen, and the running back, 15, Kavion Burke, underclassmen. So a lot of young players for Brockton out there.
So the Boxers using every second of that play clock very wisely right there. Get this game going and try to get this deep into the quarter in a position where they're not down by too much. So they remain in the eye with 2 receivers. That's going to be Burke and Jared Mighty, and tight coverage from the Knights. there's going to be another fake, and Smato's going to look. He's got time. He
him.
throws the ball over the middle. He
There
has
you go.
Mighty, and Mighty will have a first down at the Catholic Memorial 35, and that's a nice route and a perfect throw by Smato.
Yeah, great stretch there by Mighty. Smato with a dart right to him, and Brockton moves the chain. Hello.
So first down for the Boxers. We'll give him right at about the 37-yard line as they are getting close under this first quarter, and they're down by 7.
Yeah, slow-moving crowd. Again, the 6 o'clock start.
The Boxers will remain in that offset eye, it looks like. Jared Mighty to the right, and Kavion Burke's going to join him over there as Blue is the lone back. Zay Cologne is the H-back. That's a bad snap, and that's exactly what you don't need. And that looks like covered by, hopefully by, they do. The Boxers will remain it, but that is a dagger there.
These are the things that have cost Brockton.
It's what bad football teams do.
Yeah. These are the things, again, that's derailed them throughout the season.
So that's a loss of about 20 yards right there, and it's just a terrible snap. And, Smato had no chance. So 2nd and 28, loss of 18, as they put the ball back at the box at 25, box at 45, I apologize.
Yep.
As this is a tough down and distance against a team of like Catholic Memorial.
Yeah, you can't make a great play that before that, and then the next play you hike it over the quarterback's head. That's unacceptable. And the center has to be better. All right.
So the Boxers will remain in that pistol with 3 receivers. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left, and Blue is the lone back. Snap's good. Smato's got time. There's a blitz. He looks. He gets up, and he is going to go down after a gain of about 2. We'll make it 3rd down and about 26, as those routes are just too long. Brockton's
It's way too long.
The Brockton offensive line's not going to be able to block that long.
Just because you have a 3rd and 20-something, doesn't mean you have to get all 27 yards back. Work your way for a better situation on 3rd down. Again, like you said, Leo, everybody's going down the field.
So the Boxers at 3rd and 27 at their own 46. They did have a first down, 2 first downs. A penalty will give them 1 on a pass interference, and a good pass by Smato to Mighty gave him the ball at Catholic Memorial territory, and they fumble. So Smato's back. He's going to throw the ball. It's to Mighty. It's a good play call. That is a screen pass that's going to go. He may have fumbled that.
He was down. Unbelievable.
Nope, they're not calling him down. So that may work as a punt anyways. But the pass play was a good.
That's going to be a penalty on CM for unsportsmanlike. But Jared Mighty was down. Jared Mighty was clearly down in that play.
Let's see it right here. It's a good play call by the Boxers. I would have liked to see him use that later in the game. As you see Mighty right here, and let's see. No, he was out. That ball was out.
Well,
he was up in the air.
That's why we got replay. Couldn't see it from this angle, but CM's going to get hit with a 15-yard penalty for celebrating. And unfortunately, Brockton making mistakes. And I felt like that probably should have been the play before.
I agree.
But, again, you can't make mistakes against a team like this.
So the Knights take over 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll remain in that pistol with 1 back and 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. And he's going to fake. He throws the ball out to space to Simmons. He has it. He makes the nice tackle by the sophomore corner right there.
Looked like Brockton recovered that fumble there, but they're saying no. Wow. I seen Simmons come out of bounds without the ball. And Brockton, a player, had the ball, so we can look at that again here on the replay here.
We'll see it right here. He throws the ball into space wide open. No, that ball's out of bounds.
He's out of bounds.
So a first down for the Knights on the 18-yard pass play, the pitch and catch. As the Knights on their 2nd possession, Flannery has time, not allowed, throws the ball into space, and that's thrown. It's wide open to number 2, and that's Caleb Garrity, the senior wide receiver, as they will have a first down at midfield as they're moving fast.
Yeah, you see why Flannery's going to Harvard commit. Not only he has the IQ, he has the skill set too with a nice bullet for a first down there.
So the Boxers sitting way back. They're going to throw the ball to Simmons in space, and that's pretty good defense by the Boxers. And we see number 3 there making a play by the Boxers, and that is Nathan Jean-Philippe.
Yep,
The Fordham-bound defensive end. Nice to hear his name tonight. Nice job, Nathan.
Obviously, he has the skill set. There's a reason why he's going to Fordham. The kid's a beast, and hopefully tonight's the night that he shows why.
So 2nd and 9 for the Knights. They go quads again. They motion, and that's going to be a fake, and it's right up the middle. There's really no one there. As he runs over the cornerback, and that's a nice play. Gets up and flexes a little bit. That's usually a penalty, but not called tonight.
Yeah, you see, and I've seen him done that a couple times where he fakes the handoff and takes off. He's very hard to stop when he gets in the open field.
That plays hurt Brockton all this year. Franklin and Barnstable ran the same plays. So 1st down at the 31. And that's just going to be a handoff and a lot of space there by number 25. Makes someone miss. Gets down the sideline, and he will go down to about the 6-yard line, and a lot of speed right there by number 25, and that is Christian Simmons, maybe the younger brother.
It is, in fact, the younger brother. And another guy that has the sky's the limit for him, as you can see there.
Sophomore, good feet. So they are 1st down inside the 10-yard line, and that ball will go to Simmons again. Great blocking by the Knights, and a good tackle by number Jared Mighty. And
he's still fighting, but he's going to be down at the 1.5-yard line. And
Xavier Cologne and Jared Mighty. Good effort by the Boxer defense. As we're at about a minute left, the Knights lead 7-0.
Brockton's going to take a timeout. So far, Leo, you don't see where CM's overwhelming Brockton in terms of the physical aspect of the game. You're seeing a lot of athleticism, exactly, but that's where you're seeing most, and you're seeing mistakes too. Has hurt Brockton early in this game.
Well, you know, they opened up this game, and they had a good punt return at midfield, called back by a penalty. On their 2nd possession, they got the ball down to the Catholic Memorial 30, and a terrible snap forced them back in their own territory. So you're right, Orlando. Penalties and misplays is, you know, it's been their Achilles heel. We've talked about this over the past several seasons. It's something that's killed Brockton when they play good football teams.
Yep. Can't make mistakes. And we say this all the time, especially, but Leo, when we have a young team, this is the things you learn, right? They make mistakes, and that's how you got to learn from your mistakes.
So the Knights go right to the line of scrimmage. They're up 7-0 as they have 1st and goal at the 1.
Yeah, they get in that bunch formation, and which they very effective out of.
And that ball is going to be to Simmons, and he goes right up the middle for the touchdown. That's an old Everett play right there.
Yeah, yes, it is. And that play is hard to stop. You got to be very disciplined when you run that play. And CM tends to be more disciplined than the other team they play, and get into the end zone for a 13-0 lead.
So you see that motion, that little wing pitch to Simmons, and he runs it in untouched, as Morikoko will try the extra point to make this a 14-0 game. Just a well-coached, oiled machine, Catholic Memorial. They're going to be tough to beat by anyone this year, especially in Division II. The snap is down. The kick looks like it's perfect. So we're at 51 seconds of the 1st quarter. Catholic Memorial 14, Brockton 0. Boxers going to get their 3rd possession here. And hopefully, Orlando will see some diversity, some use of some of the younger guys, and creativity. And
I'm going to tell you something right now, Mr. Genatasio. If you're down 14-0, if you have any chance of this game, you're going to have to make a statement right now, unfortunately. You cannot fall behind 21-0 to Catholic Memorial and expect to come back. And you don't want heads going down. You want to keep playing. It's only 14-0, and there's a lot of football left.
A lot of pride in those sidelines. A lot of those Brockton coaches are Super Bowl champions. They played on some great Brockton teams. You know they're going to try to instill that in some of the players that really haven't been around winning in a long time. So it's a good kick by Morikoko, and it looks like Jared Mighty's going to have a chance. Mighty heads up tries to get to that sideline, and it's a good tackle by number 40 from Catholic Memorial. And that's going to be Luke Salter, a junior linebacker.
Yeah, you see Catholic Memorial also always good on special teams. No way for Jared Mighty to go there. And Brockton stops at the 21-yard line.
So the Boxers down 14-0. as Marcio Semedo's going to go right to that huddle after talking to Coach Silva. Coach Barros, the offense coordinator, is in the stands during these games. So Brockton comes out. Xavier on Cologne, I apologize, going to be offset. He's going to be the H-back. The lone back with Semedo looks like it's Kavion Burke and two receivers.
Watch out for
Semedo's
Tucker
right.
on the left side. Watch out for Tucker coming in.
It's another bad snap, and Semedo really did a fabulous job saving that from going 10 yards over his head and making a yard out of it.
Yeah, it's time to talk to the center, huh? You can't do that. You're just going to be moving backwards if you keep doing that.
So the gain of a modest half a yard will make this 2nd and 9 as we're under 20 seconds in the first quarter. Let's see if the Boxers let this run out.
Probably will.
Yeah, they're going to let that run out. So here at Rocky Marciano Stadium at Colombo Field at the end of the first quarter, the Catholic Memorial Knights 14, the Brockton Boxers 0. Any games on the out-of-skate scoreboard tonight?
We got Everett and Taunton. That should be a good game. We'll try to get scores throughout the night. Again, we're a 6 o'clock start. A lot of the games are starting at 7, so none of the big games are underway yet.
So the Boxers next week, Orlando, they at home against Durfee?
I believe it's
Weymouth?
Weymouth at home.
At Weymouth.
And the way this looking like, it's going to be a must-win situation for Brockton because you know you need 3 wins to get to the playoffs. So the way this game's going, it's not over yet, but the way this game's going right now.
So the Boxers in the second quarter, they'll come out in a 2nd and 9. They've had a few first downs today. Nice pass play, Marcio Semedo, Jared Mighty got the ball deep into the Knight territory, but a bad snap by the Boxers.
Yeah, we got to score Natick. This is an eye-opening score. Natick up 7-0 on King Philip in the first quarter.
So let's see what we have here now. Brockton forced to pass here, it looks like, if they want to move the ball. Catholic Memorial has all the guys in the box tonight. They're going to take away the run. Not going to be a lot of space for the box and running backs to break something here. So it looks like Kavion Burton. No, that's going to be Blue, the sophomore running back. 3 receivers to the right. Jared Mighty, he locked up on the left in tight coverage by number 3 from Catholic Memorial, and that's Orion Fernandez. So Semedo in the pistol. He gets a lot of pressure. He looks, and he's going to go down as there was
just
really
overwhelming.
And you know what? You see the routes that are 30 yards down the field. Brockton's got to start taking advantage of their speed and shorter routes.
That is just too far. You're going 30 yards down the field and no one in the middle.
So 3rd down and 15 for the Boxers as the Catholic Memorial Knights on the sack right there. Really nothing for Semedo to do.
Nothing at all.
Just too long of a play to develop.
Tucker lining up on the left side, telling you he's coming in, and no one even attempts to block him.
So the Boxers in 3rd and long as they have 2 receivers to the right. Looks like the kicker, Danny DeBritto's out there. Jared Mighty and number 9 from Brockton is Malik Dorville alongside Mighty. So the snap is good. Semedo has time. He throws the ball in.
No chance.
Really no shot right there. You know, Orlando, when Brockton had success some of these games, they've used the middle of the field. They seem to be getting away from that a little bit. You taking advantage of some screen passes or some crossing routes where they can maybe mix up the tight coverage. You maybe use an offensive sort of like a pick play. When you play that tight coverage, the defenders are open to that.
Yeah, you got to try to use some of the things they give you. And, again, you can't go 30 yards down the field and expect your quarterback under duress to make that play. And watch out for Simmons here, back deep to return for the Knights.
Danny De Silva's punting. Simmons is deep. And it's a good punt by Danny, really good punt. And Catholic Memorial lets it go, and it's probably a 45-yard punt from Danny DeBritto as Catholic Memorial will take over on their 3rd possession at their own 45-yard line. Again, Leo Genitacio, Orlando Galveo, Brockton Community Access, Mike the Postman Simmons, David Eric, Curtis Reese. You can catch us on the Brockton channels. So the Boxers defensively, to get a stop here, Orlando, think they got to tighten the coverage just a little bit. They're setting 10, 12 yards off the ball, and Catholic Memorial's just throwing underneath on every play. So he's back. He takes. It's going to be a screen pass, and it's nice play call. And that's going to go across the field, and a gain of about 14 yards, as it's a good play call from the Knights. As Flannery, I apologize, will complete that.
Yeah, you see the composure of the quarterback. Flannery waits for the lineman to get in, and just a little dump, and able to get the first down. Nice play, beautifully drawn by the Knights.
And that's Jaden Martinez on the reception. As Flannery's back,
Ooh,
he's going to take a shot deep.
Wow.
And he is, wow, what a throw, what a catch. And that's going to be a Catholic Memorial touchdown.
Again, he took a shot, but made even a better throw, hitting him on stride. And that's the other Cape Verdean, Jordan Barrows, with a 53-yard reception.
You see it right here. Good defense by the Boxers, putting pressure on him, but that's just a perfect catch into the coverage deep down the field, as the Knights will go ahead 20-0 here at the 9-minute, 43-second mark of the second quarter.
Yeah, that's just a great play. Again, he took a shot right on the money, and to Barrows for the touchdown. Wow.
The extra point is good. So, again, the Boxers down here 21-0 as they'll get the ball back tonight for the fourth time. And let's see if they can try to put some points on the board, put some pressure on the Knights.
Yeah, right from the bat, you see why CM is the number one team in the state. They have no weaknesses, special teams, offense, defense. They're just flexing their muscle here at Rocky Marciano Stadium.
The Brockton secondary has just had abysmal troubles these last few weeks in coverage, Orlando. They're young, a lot of Claude Rains back there, not covering anyone. As the Boxers are going to have to find somebody back there that's going to be able to cover. Either just too young or inexperienced.
Yeah, that's easier said than done.
Not a lot of seniors back there to help out. They lost their corners last year.
That Flannery kid has an arm. He is awesome to watch.
So the Morocco kick is a good one. And Jared Mighty's back. He catches about his own 10. Hopefully he heads right up the middle. He does. As he tries to get to the outside, and he makes somebody miss, but good tackling, good coverage by the Knights. And the Boxers will take over at their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, again, down 21-0. Brockton, a couple of first downs already, but hasn't crossed midfield, and that's a recipe for disaster. If you can't even
they did cross it once, but twice. Okay. They fumbled once, and once they had the bad snap.
Legit-wise,
yeah.
They haven't done that.
So let's see what the Boxers have in for this possession. Samito's going to come to the huddle. The Knights have built up a 3-touchdown lead.
Yeah, good crowd on the CM side. They travel very well. When you're the number one team in the state, there's a reason to go watch them, right?
Well, they've hardly been a football power until John DiBiase got there. They were a bottom feeder in the Catholic Conference for many years. So that's going to be a handoff to Zay Cologne, and that goes nowhere. Not going to be able to run the ball into 8 guys in the box. Just not going to be able to do it. Going to have to spread them out a little bit and throw some short passes.
Yeah, Cologne.
Nowhere to go.
He never seen him at fullback. And
he's lucky to hold on to that ball.
That must be a thing they've been practicing during the week, because that's new to me. But again, nothing.
So second and a loss of 2, 2nd and 12 for the Boxers.
You in a game like this, you got to keep the ball in. I know you got to keep it. You got to use different things, but you got to go to Mighty or Burke.
When you have 9, 10 guys in the box, the middle of the field is going to be open. You've got those receivers. They're athletes. Maybe use some crossing routes, some pick pattern, and try to get somebody open. So he'll be under center here in an offset eye as he fakes it, and he's got nowhere to go. Just the blocking's just not there. Catholic Memorial's just sending everyone, and there's no place for Marcio Samito. Nothing he can do, and that will be 2nd down and 14. And these
You certainly
Fake handoff, drop
can't
back
turn
and
around
pass, not gonna work.
with your back against the defense, and that's not going to work either. As you see his back
Right here, the
towards
missed block.
Yep, no blocking, and then Semedo basically, as soon as he got the ball, he saw a bunch of Knights right in his face.
So long plays that take a bit to develop for boxers are not going to work against this team. They're just too athletic, too fast. Brockton's got to move quick, try to get guys into space, get the ball out of his hands fast, and hopefully he can make a big play. So 3rd down and 17 for the Boxers. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Blue was the lone back. Semedo's back. He looks deep. He looks mighty. He's open if he can get there.
Wow, he had him.
He was open.
And surprisingly, you don't see too many mismatches tonight in terms of that favorite Brockton. But I see Mighty against number 3 of CM. That's a mismatch. I think Mighty has the upper hand on him. And
he made a good move. He made a good move. It was there, but it was just
he
not
a
perfect throw. And Mighty kind of lost the ball in the light. So the Boxers will punt here. Danny DeSilva. As Isaiah Simmons will go back, as the Knights will get the ball back at 7 minutes, 28 seconds.
Yeah, on the first touchdown, we want to correct ourselves. It was actually number 8 who made the catch, Ramon Thomas, on that first touchdown for CM.
So another terrific kick by
watch out
Danny
Simmons
DeSilva.
here.
Heads up the middle, makes a couple guys miss. A lot of arm tackles there. Miss block, makes another guy miss. As Brockton is able to get him down. He made several guys miss. Really good athlete right there. And again, we'll see Austin Pena, the junior. Father Steve running for school committee.
Yeah, CM with a good catch. Simmons with a good catch. And you see the spin moves almost gets through the Boxers, but couldn't. They held on to him and keeps it 21-0.
Too many arm tackles. So 1st down and 10 for the Knights. 7:09 left in the first half. They lead 21-0. As the Boxers, again, they're staying in that same defense. Everyone back. Flannery looks. He's wide open.
Before the wide receiver can turn around,
Ball was right on him.
The ball was right on him, and that's a pro pass right there, and that's a pro catch by Garrity.
Caleb Garrity is a senior. Nice catch right there, down to his knees. As Garrity, the senior quarterback, has been pretty much perfect tonight after his first throw. They're going to go quads again with one back offset next to him. Garrity's back. Time, he looks over the middle.
Picked.
Should be picked, and it is. Good defense right there by the Boxers.
And CM a little bit like, let's try to get some score, and Brockton says no. Turns over CM with a great interception that time.
So let's give credit to the Boxer defense right there. And that's number 9, Robert Moyes, the junior safety, who is, more importantly, was in the right place, but he caught the ball. So you see it right there. So Moyes comes in, Claude Rains to the bench.
That's the kind of fight you need to have. Can't just let a team run up and down the field on you in Brockton.
Nice job by the Boxers. So 1st and 10 for the Boxers on the turnover, and let's see if the Boxers can build some momentum off that. Semedo in the pistol. Blue is the lone back. 2 receivers to the right. And they'll give it to him, and good, tough run. Way to move his legs. Gain of about a yard.
Yeah, you see a little scrimmage there between number 12 and Jared Mighty.
So a gain of maybe, let's give him 3. We'll make it 2nd and 7. We're under 6 minutes. The Knights lead 21-0. Brockton's trying to run the ball tonight. The most success they have was a keeper by Marcio Semedo, 2 of them. One was a broken play, one a nice play by Semedo.
Yeah, again,
so, offset again.
It's going to be a penalty. It's going to be on Brockton.
I don't see a flag. Yep. Oh, off. No. Yeah, legal procedure on the Boxes.
I saw it.
So those 3 yards will be given back. It'll make it 2nd and 12 as another self-inflicted wound by the Boxes. The mental mistakes will kill you.
Yeah, clearly a penalty. Right in front of the referee. He has no choice but to throw the flag. Good call.
So Samito comes over to talk to the sidelines. As Brockton trying to get back in this football game.
Yeah, we got an update on the Natick King Philip game. It's 8-7 now, King Philip.
Nick King Philip in Division 2 still, Orlando?
I believe they're Division 3.
Wow. So 2 receivers now, both split wide, as Brockton will go in the eye.
Wow.
No room for Samito, and that's going to be a fumble recovered by Catholic Memorial, as the Brockton offensive line's having a real difficult time with the Knights. And they'll have first down inside the Brockton 10-yard line.
Yeah, Samito. Haven't seen that happen too much, him fumbling the ball, but
the slow development plays are a nightmare tonight. Brockton can't block them.
Lost his footing too.
So the Knights will get the ball, 1st and 10 at the 9-yard line. Under 5 minutes, they're up 21-0.
Yeah, looked like Brockton had the turnover there, was going to do something going the other way, and CM gets it right back in the red zone.
Got to be able to make adjustments and understand you're not going to be able to block them. You got to get the ball out quick. So that's going to be a quick handoff to the Knights. And a decent job of defense, led up by number 57 by Brockton right there. Mike Myers, the junior D-tackle. All 360 pounds of him. So 2nd and goal at the 5. And that was number 24 from the Knights, as they just are loaded running back. And that's Ibrahim Kiba.
And watch the play action. Flannery rolling in the end zone here.
So he keeps the ball, and just missed tackles by Brockton right there. So Flannery heads on the keeper for 5 yards, and the tackling just wasn't good enough right there by Brockton. Head down.
Yeah, that turnover, tough. And then you're asking for the defense to make a stop inside your red zone. That's asking for a lot when you play a team like CM.
So the extra points by Moracoca right now as they try to go ahead 28-0 here at 4 minutes of the second quarter here at Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand, Colombo Field.
Yeah, when I was talking to DiBiase before the game, he looks good, by the way. Looks younger than
Not
ever.
retiring anytime soon?
Not retiring anytime soon. He says this is the kick's no good, by the way. He says this is a series that he wants to keep on going, and from what he's getting from the Brockton coaches, positive, and hopefully, this can continue like it once was.
Again, a series Brockton leads 7-3. Actually lead 9-3 because they beat them in the 1950s and 60s on their way to Class A state championships. Brockton, again, picked up Catholic Memorial in 1993. They beat them up pretty good. They had 5 straight wins before CM returned the favor in 2016 and 17, beating Brockton. But it's the first time Brockton's played CM in 8 years. And they're not the same CM that they used to be. Let's face it. Brockton's not beating this CM team with some of the teams Brockton beat them with 10 years ago.
Yeah, you got a legendary coach on the sideline who knows how to get the right players in there. And
is he the best coach in state history, Orlando?
I believe so. He's definitely.
Oh, that kills you to say that. Yeah. So Mighty will have the ball. He heads up the middle, tries to get to the sideline, makes a man miss, gets up the sun and gains a few extra yards, and a nice return by Jared. So people will say who are the best coaches in state history. I'm in Colombo's on a short list. Mm-hmm. A state championships at Auschwitz at Williams, state championship in Brockton. John Lee at Walpole won close to 85% of his game. Tom Lamb from Natick. Vito Capuzzo from Nantucket.
Don't forget about the guy from Northbridge.
Yeah,
who has the most,
right.
The most, I don't know his name, but
yeah,
has the most wins.
Northbridge.
And the guy that, by the way, DiBiase was chasing for most wins in Massachusetts history.
And let's not forget the great Charlie Stevenson at Zavarian right up there, too. Another one of the all-time great coaches. But if you're going to pick a coach to win a football game, I don't know if I'm taking anyone over Armand Colombo, but if I did, it'd be John DiBiase.
No doubt about it.
So nice delay handoff right there, and Brockton gets nothing with that. Those slow developing plays have gone nowhere tonight. So under 4 minutes, the Box is down 27-0. 2nd down and 12 as they're moving backwards.
Yeah, we haven't seen no changes from CM yet. Up 27-0. Still starters still remaining on the field, and Brockton's going to have to try to muster something here before half. to try to make this a more competitive game, down 27-0.
CM still got to play St. John's Prep, maybe the best team or second best team in the state, and Zavarian, even though they lost last week to Springfield Central. They're always one of the better teams in Massachusetts, the two-time defending Division I state champion. So the Boxers at 2nd and 12 will go 2 receivers right, Jared Mighty to the left, and it looks like Blue is the lone back with Semedo. It's a bad snap again. And let's see, hopefully he can get rid of the ball. He can't, and that, I mean, they look like a Pop Warner team right now.
Yeah.
This is not what people are coming up. It's unacceptable.
At this time, you might have to find a new center because, you're going to get your quarterback hurt. I know. At the end of the day, I know they're just high school kids. I don't want to get too critical, but
this is Brockton football, and Brockton football fans aren't stupid.
Yeah.
They're smart, educated football fans who have watched Brockton play football 50, 60, 70 years. Some of these people, and this is not what they want to watch.
Right.
If you're going to lose, losing's one thing. You lose, that's fine. Someone's better than you athletically. Someone's better than you. They're better physically. That's football. Yeah. This right here is not acceptable to Brockton football fans. And you know what? As much as you want to blame the coaches can't go out there and make plays for the kids.
Right. Got to be better.
Got to be some pride out there from some of these guys, some of these kids. So the loss there of another 15 will make this third and forever, as the Knights will get the ball back one more time.
Yeah, when you come into a game like this, Leo,
just want to play your best football, even if you lose.
You have to keep your mistakes to a low. And right now, Brockton's made a lot of mistakes. One that's led to a touchdown.
Orlando, we and you say this all the time. One thing about Peter Colombo's teams, one thing about Armand, especially, you get better. You don't have to win every game, but you get better from week to week. That's what you need to do. And even last year with Coach Silva, they played their best game on Thanksgiving Day last year. You just want to get better.
Well, we don't want to take no credit from CM. This is this team's the real deal. Let's give credit to them.
No doubt about it, but you can't make it. You got to make it a little difficult for him. So that's a better snap. Semedo has got time this time. Jumps up in the pocket, and again, the plays are just too long developing.
Way down the field.
And just not enough time for Brockton to let something develop. Got to make some adjustments and get the ball out just a little bit quicker.
And CM knows when they have you on 3rd and long, they got you. That's what they're just smiling when they have you through 3rd and 15 because especially if it's 3rd and very, very long, you have basically no chance to get that.
So Brockton's best player tonight has been their punter, Danny DeSilva. He's been really good. He's averaging close to 45 yards a punt. As we're at 2 minutes of the second quarter, the Knights lead 27-0. Snap's good, and Danny DeSilva gets another good kick away.
Simmons
got a lot of room. Makes a guy miss, and good tackle. Again, we said his name a few times tonight, Austin Piener on the special teams tackle, the junior center.
Yeah, so far they've done a good job on Simmons.
Coverage has been good.
Because Simmons is very electrifying, and in space, man, he could do some things, and so far they've kept him at bay.
Well, we talked about Brockton playing CM, and, I mean, we took it for granted all those years that Brockton played BC High, Zavarian, CM, St. John. They were on the schedule every week, and most years Brockton either won 3 or 4 of them, or at least went 2-2 against the Catholic Conference. Coach Silva's trying to get that back. So Flannery in the pistol. One back will be the younger Simmons Christian, and they're still throwing the ball. And he throws it to a wide open right there.
Yeah, that's Thomas again.
Yeah, Armand Thomas. Yeah. He's an impressive receiver.
That kid looks good. And again, to the sidelines, perfect pass by Flannery, hitting him just before he goes out of bounds. And, boy, that is hard to cover no matter what team is on the other side.
So the clock stops there. They're working the sidelines. And Flannery's back again. He's got a lot of time. As Brockton, he jumps up in the pocket. He's wide open. Makes a man miss and goes into the end zone. And that's just not good enough.
Yeah, you see Simmons, great catch, nice little juke, and he basically just walks into the end zone for the touchdown. And finally, we mentioned Isaiah Simmons into the end zone for the CM Knights.
So the touchdown pass will make it 33-0 as the Knights go for the extra point, and they could say any number they want tonight, and they're going to score as many as they want. They are just a really good football team, and Brockton's not giving much up. putting too much of a stop up to them defensively or offensively tonight. As the Boxers, since those 2 games against Barnstable and Franklin, have really moved backwards. Last week against Lincoln Sudbury, losing 48-7, and they're about to be down 34-0 here with a minute 30 left in the first half.
I don't know about you, but I don't remember. I could go back as 50 years. Brockton starting the season 0-5.
You know what, Orlando? That's a great question. I got to. I mean, Brockton from mid-60s, late 60s to 2005 was the best program in Massachusetts. So even a bad season was maybe 6-5, 7-4, and I don't think in the last 12 years they've had a 3-8 season, but they were never 0-5. And looking at 0-6 if Weymouth next week if things don't improve.
Well,
but you know what I said this to you before.
Weymouth's a good team, but we're not going to see what we're seeing tonight.
I said this to you before. You can't be the best forever. Brockton was the best program for many, many years, many decades.
Well, I will to step on that, but you can't be bad forever either.
Well, they won't be. They won't be. So there's the kick, and looks like it's got to be covered. They're going to give the ball away. Just decapitated. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, that's going to be a blindside hit as well, and hopefully he's all right.
It looked like he speared him.
Yeah.
And Burke got right up. He's a tough kid. He's been one of Brockton's better players this year, KV Burke. And he comes right up, and he has the football. More importantly, right there, he held that football. He didn't lose it. Yeah,
that's going to be a blindside hit. There's no need for that. Up 34 to nothing.
Dirty. It's a dirty hit.
And you're sticking out your elbow right to somebody's head. That's not good.
Well, let's say this much: 25 years ago, that wouldn't go over well on the Boxer sideline. Let's see if the
Brockton might not still go.
Let's see if the Boxer kids respond to that.
Yeah. You know, maybe that's something that can fire up the Brockton Boxers, but you see he coming in and he just gives an elbow right to the head, and that's not necessary.
So the Boxers in this possession will have 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. They have a minute 27 to try to get on the scoreboard here. They're down 34-0. They'll have 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left with the H-back, Danny De Silva, and the lone back is Blue.
Yeah, CM looking to send pressure again.
Tomato's back. Throws the ball. He's open. Nice pitch and catch.
And again, you got a mismatch with Fernandez versus Jeremiah. Mighty clearly has an advantage there.
More importantly, got the ball out of his hands quick.
Yeah, you just need time.
Got the ball out of his hands quick. So the nice throw, the nice catch, as Boxers will get the ball right. You see it right here. Watch right there. Out of your hand. Good route by Mighty. 1st and 10 for the Boxers at the Knight 49-yard line. As the clock stops, as Mighty gets out of bounds. Actually, they're starting the clock up right now. He had gotten out of bounds. I wonder why that clock's starting up. Maybe running game now, Orlando, down by 34. It's a little early for that.
Nah, usually starts in the 3rd quarter.
So, Samito in the pistol. Snap's good. Throws over. Burke's there.
Just a little bit behind him. If he puts that in front of Burke, he catches that ball.
So the errant throw will make it 2nd down and 10 as the Boxers are trying to work some of those Catholic Memorial corners.
Yeah, we got a big one tonight as well. That's the Varian at Central Catholic. That kicks off at 7 o'clock. That should be a good one.
So 53 seconds for the Boxers to try to get on the scoreboard here. As this is a vastly superior Catholic Memorial team loaded with kids from Randolph, Boston, Brockton, some of the better athletes around.
This team went to New Jersey and put up a 62 spot against a New Jersey team. So,
right,
you know,
they're loaded.
Let's look at the reality of the situation here.
So 2nd and 10 for the Boxers. Samato's back. He rolls over. He looks. He throws the ball. That's a pretty good throw, and Mighty just dropped it.
That was just he had to try to one-hand it. You want to see it right in his where he has a good. He had to stretch out for that and wasn't able to hold it in. But Brockton again facing a 3rd and 10 situation here with 46 seconds left here in the first half.
So 3rd and 10 for the Boxers. Let's see if this is 4-down territory. Down by 34 points.
Well, it depends how many yards you get, right? You don't want to give CM the ball right there.
So the Boxers come out again in the pistol. Blues the lone back. Burke moves over to slot left. 2 receivers to the right. Jared Mighty's way over to the right. 2 receivers also to the left. Samato's back, and it's a
Nice play.
pitch, catch, and good tackle. As that play looked like it could have gone for more, as that will be a gain of about 7, and Brockton will have 4th down and, about 4th and 6.
Yeah, looks like Brockton's going to go, but the time is ticking here, 25, and still running. And Brockton's slow moving in.
If you're going to try to score, call a timeout
Yeah.
or move a play. This is, again, trying not to score, trying to keep the score. But I don't know what you're doing here. But if you want, this is the best field position you've had in a few drives.
Unbelievable.
I think might be taking it right into the half. They are. So that's unfortunate. That right there is showing you. I'm speechless right there. So the Boxers will come in at halftime right there. 34-0. Catholic Memorial dominated the first half. Every possession they scored. As the Boxers will go in there, Coach Silva will talk to his kids, and hopefully in the second half, Orlando, maybe some adjustments and hold Catholic Memorial to a few scores and try to put a few scores up on the board.
Yeah, easier said than done, but a lot to talk about going into the half. And on the CM side, every you see a lot of smiles and knowing that we the team to beat.
The Brockton High Marching Band is proud to present the 2025 halftime show, Signature Sound, showcasing some of the most original and innovative musical artists of the modern era. The Brockton High Marching Band is honored to perform for you and to represent the City of Champions. Now please welcome, under the field direction of drum majors Andrew Bassett, Victoria Florio, and Damian Sampat, the Brockton High Marching Band. for the Brockton High Marching Band.
Back here, start of the second half, Leo Genitaccio along with Orlando Galveo, Brockton Community Access, Mike the Postman Simmons, David Eric, Curtis Reese. You can catch us on the Brockton channels. Orlando, after two quarter touchdowns by the Knights to lead 14-0. They piled it on in the second quarter, 21 more points. They lead 34-0. A turnover by Brockton. They were able to get an interception. They turned it right back over on a fumble. What does Brockton have to do to try to get back into this football game?
Well, they have to get multiple first downs, and then when they get multiple first downs, they can't accompany that by penalties. And it's going to be a hard thing to do, but that's a good question, and I believe only the Brockton coach could have the answer for that.
We saw at the end of the second quarter, Brockton had the ball with a minute left at the Catholic Memorial 48 and ran one play.
Something that I was very surprised by that, letting the time run out. You're over midfield. You have a 4th down and 5, and you just take it into the locker room. I mean, I'm going to tell you this.
What does that tell your team?
You can't give that signal to your team because I'm going for it. I'm going for it, and that was just surprising and confusing to me. And considering, you just go into the halftime and just accept that you're down 34-0.
So some positives for the Boxers in the first half. The punter, Danny DeSilva, was fantastic, averaging well over 45 yards a punt. Marcel Semedo did throw a couple good balls to Jared Mighty and Kavion Burke, a few screen passes. But defensively, it's been this most of the season. The secondary just hasn't been good enough to play, inexperienced. Lack of senior presence back there. Teams have been able to take advantage of the space against the boxes and match it up with poor tackling, and the results are a lot of points given up.
Now, overall, that's been the case. But in this particular game, since we're talking about this particular game, we're dealing with a good quarterback, very good quarterback, Harvard commit, and we're dealing with a lot of good athletes out there making catches. Let's keep it real. That's a very tall task to expect them especially he has a lot of time for you to make stops like that. So that's a very, very tall task to ask for. But, yeah, there's a lot of guys open in the field, and Flannery's just finding him at ease.
He's impressive. So he completed most of his passes. He rolls to the right, he rolls to the left. He's athletic running the ball. But I'm more impressed with the accuracy of throwing the ball down the field. He's hit most of his receivers. 5 different receivers have caught the ball. And most of those throws are not little short passes. He's able to throw the ball across the field, down the middle, and using the sidelines. Harvard's got themselves a good one coming in.
Yeah, they sure do. And now let's mention the Brockton kids that are on the CM squad. You got Romar Thomas. Remember him? He played for the Brockton Raiders. Is the #1 New England in 200 meters. Brockton roots there too. Number 93, Kennedy Hertz Jones, a Brockton freshman, also at CM. Man, you want to have them guys here playing for us, but right now,
what are you going to do?
The CM, it's just an oil powerhouse, and Brockton. If you're going to get there, you got to play teams like this, and Brockton's trying to build what they have. It's funny because back in the day, teams were looking at Brockton and saying, "Look, I want to be what you guys are," and now it's the other way around.
When you talk about Brockton playing the Catholic schools, it started in the late 80s, early 90s. We talked to Jimmy O'Leary and George McCabe, Charlie Stevenson. That's exactly right. They wanted to be Brockton. They thought if they had to get their program to the peak, to the epitome of football, playing the boxes was going to get them there. Well, Catholic Memorial and Xaverian St. John's Prep, they're now that. And Coach Joseph Silva not shying away, not afraid to put the Catholic, the best of the best, on the schedule as we're here for the opening kick of the second half. Danny DeSilva will send a good kick down to the left, fielded at number 18. And he's going to take a knee and gives Brockton a, good chance right there defensively as Catholic Memorial will take over at their 8-yard line.
Yeah, very surprising he took a knee. He had a lot of room to run there, and maybe, didn't get a good grip on the ball, but very surprised he took a knee there.
And that's Ryan Doyle. He is a junior. So Catholic Memorial, they scored on every possession other than one where they threw an interception. And the boxes now. We'll have them pinned in a bit as the Knights will take over at their 10-yard line.
Wholesale changes for the Knights. You see a lot of new faces out there, and I do not see Flannery out there. I don't see Simmons out there, and the Knights are already subbing here to start the third quarter.
So John DiBiase not run it up. He's going to put his JV team out there as he runs to the left, and that's a good tackle by the boxes. Yeah, and you got Zay Cologne and Jared Beatty.
I was told there was no JVs out there today. The JVs are actually playing tonight, Leo. So that's why if you see the sidelines are kind of
just backup seniors probably.
Yeah, backup seniors. You see a lot of trimmed lineup on the sidelines is because the JVs are actually playing tonight. Okay. The Brockton JV and CM JV.
So the Knights on first down lose one as the new quarterback looks to be, is that number 15? We'll get you a name in a second. Raider Davies. So he'll fake the handoff. He heads up the middle. And good defense by the boxes. As number 13 for Brockton on the tackle, along with number 41. And number 13 would be Andrew Moreno. Oh, no, that's Tyrese Jackson, the junior linebacker, along with number 41, Uriel Mabine. Well, we haven't said his name all season, but he's back out there, Orlando. Very promising defensive end for his freshman and sophomore year. It's good to see him out there.
Again, only a junior. He's been hurt to start the season, trying to get back up to speed, and good to see Mabine out there.
So 3rd down and 5 for the Knights as they're going to go 5 wide as Brockton moves up a little bit in coverage as the Knights shade a back over next to him. And they got pressure, and they get him. I think he's going to be down.
That should be intentional. Ooh.
Well, the intentional ground will make a difference because he was down at about the 1 yard line. So a nice job by the Brockton defense coach, John Shelby, putting pressure on the Knights right there as the punt will get Brockton pretty good field position right here. And we see the pressure right there. Zay Cologne, Uriel Mabine, and number 5 from Brockton, Micah Biesa, a senior linebacker. So Jared Mighty will go back as Catholic Memorial will be punting out of their own end zone.
Yeah, watch out for the dangerous Jared Mighty, back deep for Brockton, standing at midfield.
Brockton's moving guys in and out of the field. Don't want to get too many men in the field right there. So there's the punt, and it's going to be a short one.
Very short, wow.
This Brockton will get terrific field position.
That's going to be down at the 31-yard line.
So Brockton will force a 3 and out from Catholic Memorial, take the ball over at their own 31. As Marcio Semedo comes, we'll see a new lineman in for Brockton. That's number 73. He's new with playing center. But a new lineman out there for Brockton will be Kason Lopes, 6 foot, 250-pound senior.
Yeah, a lot of games are starting here at 7 o'clock now. We got an update for you. Everett has taken a 6-0 lead to Taunton. That they're playing down in.
How's Taunton doing this season, Orlando?
Pretty good. Pretty good team.
They've improved their program over the last several years. So first down for the boxes. They're down by 34. They'll come out offset eye with Blue at the running back. And he'll get the ball up the middle, and he moves his legs and will gain a good run of about 6 yards.
Yeah, we see D.B. Housel's former team Everett striking out first against Taunton. That's a good game there. That's playoff implications. I believe Everett is 3-1. Good start of the year.
The Tide are bouncing back after a tough one last year.
Loretto taking over there back with Everett. Everett's always gonna have them kids prepared to play.
Always well coached, always tough kids.
The city's football infested, so Everett's not gonna go nowhere.
So 2nd and 5 for the boxes, and the offset eye. Blue is the lone back. Zay Cologne will be the H-back. And it's a little handoff to Blue, and he runs. And
that's going to be a holding on Brockton, unfortunately. That's going to come back. And again, you see.
So the gain of about 4 yards will be brought back by the holding call as Brockton shoots themselves in the foot again.
Yeah, the referees must not want to run a clock today. I guess you have to call it, but.
So this 10-yard penalty will move Brockton back behind the sticks. They'll be, instead of 2nd and 6, they'll be at about a 2nd and 12.
Yeah, other scores, Wellesley 20 up 20-0 on Brookline. King Philip 15-7 at the half. Danvers up 21-14 on Beverly.
How about West Bridgewater next door? Anything on them?
We're gonna get
They've had a
score
good
now.
season so far.
A lot of good games out there tonight.
Our good friend, the coach, Zach Smith, calling some plays over there in West Bridgewater. They scored 55 last week as the Wildcats are having themselves a good season.
Yeah, I was told they beat Durfee in
28-0.
in a scrimmage. Wow.
So Brockton remains in that eye, 2nd and 12. It's going to be a fake. Semato's back.
He's
going
got
to look.
him.
He's got Mike. He's wide open. Oh,
what a one-handed catch!
Wow, terrific catch by Jared Mighty on a great throw by Marciano Semato.
Yeah, finally something to smile about for the Brockses. A play action and Semato right on stride to semi-open Jared Mighty, who made a one-hand ESPN
catch of the year.
Catch. Wow.
You'll see it right here. First of all, the blocking's good. Exactly what you need. And Semato, well, he's got a really quick release. And we'll see the catch right here.
Yeah, you see, and Brockton,
new kicker for the Boxers,
kind of saying, look, you could probably overwhelm us with your starters, but you ain't beating us with your backups.
So the backup kicker for Brockton is number 30, and he makes it. So let's give him credit on. That is Maximus Raymond, junior kicker. So at 7 minutes and 50 seconds, the Boxers on the board. That will be 34-7 for Catholic Memorial.
Yeah, and we'll see how DiBiase responds at 34-7. Let's see if he brings back his second unit or he brings back the first string. Let's get a score here on the board. But because if you get another stop here and Brockton gets the ball back, we might see some changes from CM.
So Danny De Silva will kick deep for the Knights.
Yeah, another score. Westwood up 7-6 on Medway in the first half.
And it's a good one from Danny.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of help from Yuli, our friend from Brookline, who's supplying us with scores
tonight.
There's
room up the middle. He may go. That's one of the Simmons boys. And he is gone. And that will be a 90-yard kickoff return by Christian Simmons.
Christian Simmons, we told you this kid is explosive. Gets the punt return. Season opening, pay dirt, takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Wow.
Electric return by Simmons, the sophomore.
Wow, that kid guy, you see the future. He might be better than his brother, man. Man, you see that electrifying return. We see here on the replay, Simmons with a great vision.
And no attempts at tackling.
Yeah.
Just
acceleration once he gets the open field, he is gone. Wow.
So the terrific return and the lack of special teams by Boxers allows that 90-yard return as they'll go up 40-7 here in the third quarter.
And CM.
So any momentum Brockton had is gone.
Yeah, they said not so fast here. You know, we got young players that can play too. And you saw that in Christian Simmons with an electrifying touchdown.
Should Brockton know better to kick to him? So the kick is down, and it's going to be good. And that will be now 41-7 here in the third quarter. So both teams have had the ball. Brockton gets the ball on their first possession and scores. After stopping Catholic Memorial, their second possession on a kickoff return, Christian Simmons goes 90-plus to make this a 34-point game again.
Yeah, and we saw Christian Simmons with the first team. You know, so you know he's talented if Dibbs is going to have him out there.
He's never afraid to play freshmen and sophomores in big games.
I remember that's a special sophomore right there. You've seen the skill set that Mr. Christian Simmons possesses, and he showed it right there.
He wasn't afraid to put Matt Nuzzle in there as a freshman, won 3 Super Bowls with him before not winning that fourth against Brockton, but 3 in a row, starting with a freshman quarterback. You have freshman running backs, freshman linemen. If you're a football player, Coach Dibbs will put you on the football field.
Yeah, another good game, Central Catholic and Xaverian, 0-0 with 1:30 left in the first quarter.
So back deep will be Kavion Burke and Jared Mighty. And they shade that ball. Looked like he called for a fair catch.
And I believe he did call for a fair catch, and the referees was right on top of it. I don't know why he called for a fair catch, Leo.
Didn't look like he wanted to run that ball, Orlando. I think he was in there to call for
just
fair
young
catch.
and inexperienced there.
Yeah, just young and inexperienced. I don't think he was ready to run that ball.
But he decided to run it after he called the fair catch. But the referees are talking about it right now, but I believe he did call for a fair catch.
So the Boxers take over at the 30-yard line. 7-19, Leo Genitaccio, along with the Brockton legend, Orlando Galveo, Mike the Postman Simmons, Curtis Reese, David Eric. You can catch us on the Brockton channels.
Wow, the Simmons brothers are quite impressive. You saw what the older brother can do, and the younger brother said, hey, whatever you could do, I could do better. And you saw that. That was a special run by that kid.
So Kavion Burke will be the lone back. Zay Cologne, I keep saying his brother Dial. Zay Cologne will be the offset H-back as Brockton will remain double tight. Jared Mighty in motion. And that ball will go to Kavion Burke and doesn't go far, maybe a yard, maybe two, as the tackle by number 37 from CM, or 27, I apologize, from Catholic Memorial.
In the defense to Brockton, CM's got their younger, probably the juniors in there. Brockton, you're going against juniors as well, so not making excuses, just stating facts.
That's Joel Roser on the tackle, the junior safety. So about 2nd and 8 for the Boxers, under 7 minutes, down 41-7.
See Coach DiBiase still out there. No matter who's out there, he's still coaching, doing his thing. He's going to call a timeout, make sure they're on the same page. Brockton takes advantage here to call a good play as well.
So the Boxers will be at 0-5 after tonight. They'll be at Weymouth, who's undefeated. I can tell you this much. I can't remember the last time Brockton started 0-6. You're going to have to go back to the history of the black, red, and white, the webpage there to find out. Maybe during double sessions during the 60s, when Brockton's freshmen and sophomores went to school at a different time. That might have been then. Yeah. But other than that, you might go back to the early 1920s when Brockton started out 0-6.
Yeah, Weymouth is undefeated as of right now, but they have a tough game this weekend against Milton, who's no joke. So hopefully they get that win. But that's going to be they might come in here with one loss, and if they come in undefeated, Brockton's going to have another good team, regardless if they win or lose, coming into Rocky Marciano Stadium next week.
Is Barnstable still undefeated?
I believe they are.
Lincoln Sudbury was undefeated.
Yes.
Barnstable's undefeated. Franklin's always a good program. And North Attleboro, they lost.
Yeah, it's a very tough
schedule
for Brockton, and but no excuses. You still got to play better.
No moral victory Mondays in Brockton.
No moral victories in Brockton is correct.
So 2nd down and 6 for the Boxers, down 41-7 after the timeout by Coach Dibbs. Brockton will come out in the eye. Zay Cologne, Kavion Burke, Jared Mighty's got, looks like a mismatch over here to the left. Let's see if Brockton takes another shot. And he does. He's going to look, and it's a good route. Oh, it's a really good route. Good.
Got to catch that.
Boy. He's just started to run before he caught it.
Jared Mighty, very special player. He doesn't do that. Look at that right there, because you're not going to see that often.
He's just trying to make a play.
He's just trying to make a play, and a great pass. And, again, you can't blame Jared Mighty. He's just trying to do a little bit of extra, and he's not going to do that too often.
So 3rd down and 7 for the Boxers. 6:30 left in the first quarter. 41-7.
What a pass, though.
Well, he's got a great release, Tomato. He really does get that ball out fast. He's got an electric arm.
And he's back next year. He is back next year.
So let's see what the Boxers have here. They come out in the eye again. One receiver, Jared Mighty. 3rd and 7 with one receiving option. Again, another fake.
He's got him again.
Throws over the middle. And it should be a 1st down. Nice pitch and catch, and that's Mighty once again.
Right on the money. If we could see that replay, nice play action. Mighty sits comfortably, and you wonder where was that play at the beginning of the game, or using the middle of the field like we were stressing. And nice pitch and catch. You see Semedo with the nice play action there. Boom! Throws it right on the money to Jared. Once your knee's down, you're down. A little extra hit there, but again, the CM player just finishing out the play.
So the Boxers on the 1st down conversion have it at their own 36-yard line, going under 6 minutes. They're down 41-7, trying to get another score here against the Knights. They have everyone in the box. And if he could get through there, there's some room,
play.
but there's no room. It's going to be hard to run the ball against 9 guys in the box.
Yeah, you probably. It's a nice play there. If we can get the number there, I believe it's number 47, number 10 for the CM Knights, with a superb play on Burke.
So 2nd and 10, no gain right there.
Yeah, I was talking to Dibbs again at the beginning of the game. He's a family man too. We forget about that. He mentions his lovely wife Maureen all the time, who's on the sidelines there, man. Man.
They weren't thrilled when he left Everett, but I'm sure in West Roxbury he's adored now.
Yeah, pretty sure.
So let's see what the Boxers have here. Tight coverage on Jared Mighty. They're in the eye. Another play. Oh, they're going to hand it off, and there's really no room. Burke does make somebody miss. Cuts it back. Oh, that's a really good tackle because he had some room. And number 38 from Catholic Memorial made a nice open field tackle.
Yeah, it was close to a horse collar, but he did not grab the area where it would be a penalty. Just a great play that time by number 27 for the CM Knights and avoiding Burke from getting any more yards. Great play.
That's Amani Messiah. Nice tackle. Nice open field tackle. So the gain of 2.
It was number 38.
So the Boxers on 3rd down right here. Trying to get on the scoreboard once again. Flip sides. They'll come out in the eye with 1 receiver. Giving them the same look just about every down. Another play action. Throws the ball deep. Mighty's open. Nice catch, and Jared Mighty. It's going to be tough to catch him. He's going to go the distance. Put a flag here. And it will be a hold on Brockton. That's going to come back. So the Boxers were able to score a touchdown, but just can't seem to. Offensive line.
That's been the story of the season for Brockton. Another
really
penalty,
and
the referees unfortunately still got to ref this game, and they deemed it as a hold. We'll look at the replay, and Brockton, which looked like a great play from Semedo to Mighty, is going to be coming back.
Let's see it right here. We might be 57. Mike Myers held on a little too long, but it's a hold's a hold. You're going to call it. So
I don't agree with that call.
Like I said, Orlando.
I mean, okay.
The last conversation I had with you, where you liked the referee game, the 1991 Super Bowl, Brockton over St. John's.
I mean,
you did come out of that game appreciating the referee's job that day. So the Boxers on 3rd and 16. As they will come out 4 wide. Again, Semedo's got to tell them where to line up. Semedo's back. He's back. There's a little bit of pressure. Throws the ball over the middle, and that's going to be intercepted. Nice pick by number 40 from Catholic Memorial, and he may go down the sidelines for a pick 6.
It's going to be a penalty that's coming back. It's going to be a holding on CM, but the interception, the interception's going to stand. But Semedo did have a guy open, just not a good throw. He hasn't done that too many.
Luke Salter, the junior.
Yeah. It's going to be a holding. That touchdown's not going to count, unfortunately for CM. Kid goes diving in the end zone.
Very athletic play.
Yep.
So the turnover, just the 2nd interception of the season from Semedo. Should move the ball back. You see it right here. The pressure was on, and he threw the ball over the middle. And he cut underneath. The linebacker was there. He tried to throw the ball into tight coverage, and it was a nice play by the linebacker.
Regardless, that was a good play.
So the Knights have the ball at their own 42-yard line. 41-7 with 3:15 left in the 3rd quarter here at Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand Colombo Field.
Luke Salter, Jr., with that interception that didn't count.
So that's going to be a handoff to number 23 and a good tackle by Michael Myers. Not a lot of room there. So 2nd and 9 for the Knights, and I don't expect Dibbs to be throwing the ball a ton here. Maybe he does. You want to get some of these kids. You can't ask quarterback or back quarterback. You don't want him to throw the ball a little bit. But they're up by 34 points.
Siema is going to graduate Flannery next year. And Thomas, the kid who's talking about who played for the Raiders, is probably going to be their quarterback next year.
So an inside missed tackle by the Boxers again. And they had him at the line of scrimmage, but a good run by number 23 from CM, the tackle by number 17 from the Boxers.
Yeah, number 3, Nathan Jean-Philippe for the commit, also in the tackle as well.
With Wilma Perel on the junior linebacker. So 3rd down and 7 for the Knights. Did you say a Brockton kid's going to be the quarterback with CM next year?
Yes,
okay.
Thomas. Yeah.
You know what, though?
He's the fastest guy. He's one of the fastest guys in the state.
He wouldn't play over Semedo here, Orlando. I don't care. Semeto's the Brockton QB. He'd be a wide receiver.
We're talking about Thomas for CM next year.
Yeah, but if he was at Brockton High as a quarterback, he's not playing over Semedo. So there's the throw, the catch, and good pursuit by the Boxers. And that's Jared Mighty on the tackle, and it looks like CM will either pump the ball or, yeah, they'll pump the ball.
Yeah, they're not even thinking twice. Punt the ball.
Dibbs being a gentleman tonight because they could have come back, got the starters more reps and scored more points. And he hasn't.
I mean, guy's a classy guy. You know, he knows what he got in his team.
He doesn't want to get anyone hurt.
You know there's going to be a better challenge up ahead, and he's aware of that. And that's why he's one of the best coaches in the state historically.
So back deep will be Jared Mighty, 4th down and 5 for the Knights. And you know what? If you want to keep Brockton on the schedule, you don't run them up and beat them by 60. They're not going to play you anymore either. So pretty wise decision there, too. So the punt should go into the end zone. Well, that's a pretty good punt, actually. Angles off, and it goes into the end zone. So Brockton will get the ball back, under a minute left in the 3rd quarter. Both teams exchanging touchdowns here in the 2nd half. A touchdown pass to Jared Mighty and a long kickoff return by Christian Simmons. Again, let's put it, we haven't talked about this yet. The Brockton girls volleyball team, 11-0, Orlando.
11-0.
Best team in the school right now.
One bright spot in the high school.
A dour fall season here in Boxer Country.
Yeah, we haven't seen Brockton and CM play in a while in football, and they're going to play also in basketball this year. That should be good.
How's Brockton looking basketball this year, Orlando?
I heard Brockton's going to be pretty good, so we'll see.
So something to look forward to for the Boxer fans out there. So 3 wide for the Boxers, 2 right, 2 left. Blue is the lone back. Danny DeSilva is the H-back. It's going to be a high handoff. Blue. It's the whole kind of high. He's running hard. A little dancing at the beginning, but kept those legs moving, and that's a really good run for 11 yards. And a nice job by the Boxer front.
Yeah, Brockton again playing all these young players. Hopefully it plays dividend.
Next year.
This year, going on to next year, yep.
Still got Thanksgiving.
Hopefully it pays dividends next week.
Hey, still can win the Big 3.
Yes.
Still got Thanksgiving Day.
And you still got Weymouth. You can't overlook Weymouth. I mean, you got to beat Weymouth if you have any chances to get into the playoffs.
Me and you talked about this, Orlando. Is this the year Durfee gets us? It's been 35 years. Is this the year they get their W?
I'm never going to say.
34-1.
You know me. I'm going to Brockton Boxer strong. Let's go.
So the high handoff makes that play a little late developing, but Blue does a nice job making people miss and gains 8 yards. You got to work on that snap in practice.
Yes. I mean, we're 5 weeks in, though. That's the only problem here. And we've seen this happen every week, so.
Yeah, that's true. So the Boxers, Dibbs will call a timeout. 2 long runs by the Boxers, or modest runs of 9 and 10 yards, and a timeout. Oh, actually, the end of the 3rd quarter. So
yeah, we got a score to update. King Philip, 23-7 right now over Natick.
So back here at Rocky Marciano Stadium, Mr. Armand Colombo Field, 2 touchdowns by both, one by each team. After 34-0 halftime lead, we're at 41-7 as Brockton will get the ball at their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, and another score to update. Zavarian has just took the lead over Central Catholic, 7-6 in the second quarter. And again, we'd like to give a shout out to Yuli Bernstein out there giving us these scores for Brockton Cable.
How's Brookline in football this year?
They're okay. I mean, they're rebuilding, and
One thing to also tell Yuli too. Brookline is not in Brockton's category historically for basketball either. Never has been, never will be.
In fairness to Yuli, though, he can admit to that.
And anyone who roots for their home team or the team they grew up on supporting, you got to respect the guy like that.
Some good basketball teams.
They have had, and unfortunately, in the early 2000s, they ran into some great Brockton teams that stopped them from getting to state championship games.
Yep.
So it's a rivalry we play all the time now. Do we usually play them during
We do. We usually play them in basketball.
So 1st and 10 for the Boxers. Semedo backs, got a ton of time, throws the ball out, little bit wide.
Yeah, 2nd and short, and Brockton throwing the ball there. He just missed him. A diving attempt, unable to get it.
Just like to see some shorter passes, some crossing routes, taking advantage of some of
I like that play, actually. 2nd and short. You don't want to be predictable and run the ball, and I don't mind that one.
But if it's going to be a 2nd and short, I want to take a shot deep down the field.
Right.
That's a play I like on 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5.
Correct.
So let's see if the Boxers run the ball here to keep possession. They're down 41-7. The clock's running here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, shout out again to the band. Again, doing a great job. Great halftime show. We can't miss them. It's a medal.
So that's Andy Fantuccio, the Brockton High, Color Guard, the band, the Majorettes. Never, ever disappointing here at Brockton High School.
Yeah, you see some metal with that run there. He refused to go down.
Anger.
Wow.
A little anger from Semedo.
That kid's a good player, man. Semedo's a great player, man, and he has to be recognized. Great player. You see this replay right here. Refusing to go down, not giving up with his team down 41-7. Unbelievable.
So first down for the Boxers in night territory at the 42. They're going to go to the pistol. Blues the lone back. Well, he wasn't ready for the snap. So once again,
recover the fumble.
Wow, just stuff that's inexcusable.
The center is not on the same page, and I don't think that's Semedo's fault. I think there was a hard count, and center snaps it, and again, it leads to that.
So 2nd and 14 on the miscue there from the Boxers. The clock is running. Brockton's down 41-7.
Yeah. Taunton's up 21-6 on Everett here in the second quarter. That game has turned around.
Is Taunton Division 1 or
They
Division 2?
They are. And again, that's a good program right now that's evolving there in Taunton. The Taunton Tigers.
Well, the girls' softball team's the best in New England. Their baseball team has won state championships.
Good athletes
over there.
They
went many years without winning, and they've done a nice job over the last few years doing it. So here's the pitch and catch. Kavion Burke on the reception. A nice throw by Semedo. As once again, that terrific release gets the ball out quickly. And we'll look at about 3rd and... No, they'll get him the first down.
That's a great play. We'll see this play again. Semedo sharp with the throw, and Burke, the junior.
So the Boxers moving down a little bit deeper into night territory. First down at their 32. Blue will remain the back. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Jared Mighty to the left. And that's going to be a pitch to Kavion Burke in motion. He cuts back up the middle, makes a few people miss.
Move.
And the hard-running junior will gain 9.
Yeah, you see the capabilities of Kavion Burke with a nice burst. Spins away and just short of the first down, and Brockton with a little nice drive going.
Nice.
See the replay here.
Nice blocking by number 50 right there for Brockton. Just came off the field, did a nice job. And that is Jaden Sarah, the junior.
A lot of young players out there for the Brockton Boxers, and hopefully they learn from this.
So, quads again, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Blues the lone back. Another high snap. And that's going to go nowhere.
again,
And those are the plays that get your quarterback injured, too.
just not good enough, the snaps. We've seen that way too many times tonight. And
A month into the season, it's inexcusable. I don't care if you spend 5 hours a day of practice working on it.
Yeah.
You got to get it. You got to get that cleaned up.
I will say this: obviously, the center's not doing it on purpose. He's giving it 100%, and
Okay.
you know, he has to do two things. He has to snap the ball, and he also has to watch out for the rusher that's coming. That's not an easy task.
Well, that's why he's the
So
center.
he's giving it all he can, and you know, he's just got to get a little better. He'll be all right.
So, third down at about 4. And it's a better snap there. Cemeto's got time. He looks, throws over the middle.
That play. And
Really
I
good
think
play.
it just hit him in the back, 47.
Good
He
coverage.
just got in the way. And unfortunately hit him right in the back and was able to make a good play. It's going to be 4th down for Brockton.
So, running time, we're under 7 minutes. 4th down and 4 for the boxes. And over the past few years, 4th down and 4 has not been kind to Brockton.
No, it hasn't.
The last few years in games where they could have gone down and won. Lincoln Sudbury, Andover, games that could have made Brockton a 5-win team or a 7 or 8-win team. So let's see what they run here.
I expect Jeremiah to go across the field, maybe hit him in stride for a 1st down. Maybe. See what Silva calls. Silva.
So let's see. Blue is the lone back. Again, Brockton with a formation with 4 wide, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. I got a feeling they're handing this ball off Orlando. I just got a feeling.
I think they're going
Let's
to hit
see
Jared
if
Mighty.
I'm wrong.
Looking at
Hope I am.
Jared Mighty across the field.
Good snap. He rolls out.
There he is.
He's got him wide open. Nice play. Good call, Orlando. Jared Mighty makes a few people miss. And
Yeah,
little
Jared.
tussling over here, both
Yeah,
guys.
there's going to be a little scrummage there. And again, Brockton. And see, the ref is pointing to number 64, and things are getting a
You
little.
know what? What were they? That's showing toughness right
Yep,
there. He
yep.
finished his block.
Yep.
Put him back on the football field.
Yeah.
That's one thing Brockton hasn't shown all season is something like that. He didn't do anything dirty. He finished his block to the sideline.
And it's good to see Brockton not backing down and showing a little fight there. It's like, you're going to beat us in our field, but you ain't going to beat us down.
I'm going to put a shot out there to number 64 right
Yep.
there. Terrific job of finishing his block and not backing down. And that's too bad I'm going old. I can't see. It's Muhammad, the junior. So the 1st down, the penalty, Brockton will have, they'll lose yardage. Should be offsetting. Yeah, it is. No, let's see. They move it
Well, it's
back.
going to be a 1st down because it happened after the play, and then you're going to go back. That's what should happen.
Yeah, it should be a 1st down.
Should be a 1st down. And like the
Yeah,
referee
it's
points
first down.
1st down.
So the Boxers on the 1st down lose yardage
Yeah.
of 20 yards. 15 yards, I apologize, as we're under 5 minutes, as Brockton's trying to put another score up there. It was a nice play design. The rollout by Cemeto, he hit. He hit the receiver, Jared Mighty, but you guys didn't see it off the film, off the camera. Brockton lineman Muhammad got tussled with the CM linebacker, and it was extra pushing, but it was a guy finishing his block. So 1st down for Brockton, Mighty in motion. They're going to give it to Mighty. He tries to get to the outside. This play hasn't worked all season, but right now, they will get a penalty.
Another penalty.
That's why it hasn't worked. Either not blocked well enough or they commit a penalty.
It's good play to a good player, just not.
It hasn't
working.
worked all season. Teams are taking it away. So the penalty will move them back even further.
See what the call is here. The referees want to be part of this game now.
Well, they want to get
with
their
a running
names. They wanna get
clock
their- Orlando,
and
do you know their
throwing flags
names?
right now.
You want to get their names? They want to call their names.
Really don't have no intention of getting their names, Leo.
So it looks like it'll be 1st down and 10 yards down the field. So 1st down and about 16 as the running clock under 4 minutes. Let's see if Brockton can put another score up there. I don't know where they're marking this off. So I don't know if Brockton doesn't lose any yardage there. Maybe they picked it up. They did throw a flag, but they moved it right back. So it's a good snap, and it's going to be a handoff to Blue. He jumps inside, goes up the middle. It's a really good run. So that's going to be a nice run by the junior running back, showing good vision. It's a good footwork, and it will give Brockton their second touchdown of the night.
Blue's giving you something to think about for the future. He's been good tonight.
Good.
Just up against a juggernaut with a great move into the end zone. That kid has played hard. He deserves that. Brockton gets on the board again.
And that is Lodani Blues. So singing the blues for the CM defense right there. That was a terrific run by the junior.
Yeah,
let's see Brockton going for 2 here.
After the scrimmage, Brockton was able to respond and get that touchdown.
So the Boxers have scored 2 touchdowns. They won the second half, 14-7. That's something to build upon.
Against CM's backups.
Okay, but they won the second half, Orlando.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing. You can't lose.
There's still football players out there.
It's the backups.
Some of those backups will be starting for many teams.
I can't disagree with that. But
so the Boxers are going for 2. Trying to make this a 26-point game. They were 30-point underdogs coming in, Orlando, from the local bookies. So Semedo rolls out, has time, he looks across.
That's
just a high throw. So good defense by the Knights as the Boxers are unable to convert the 2-point conversion. As the clock is running, we're at a minute left, and we're going to wrap this one up in about a minute. But Orlando, some good things in the second half.
Yeah, positive things to look. You know, obviously you didn't get beat by the second unit. That's one thing you could be proud of, right? And you saw a little bit of fight at the end. Not promoting that, but
it wasn't a fight though. It was guys finishing their blocks after the whistle.
Right.
If it was throwing punches, I would say the safety would get him off the field. He didn't throw any punches. He finished his block.
Right.
And I don't like how a couple of the Brockton coaches got up there and told him to sit on the bench. He was showing toughness. He was battling.
You want to see that.
He was battling.
Yep.
So that's exactly what you want to see when you've got your butts kicked for 5 weeks.
Hopefully this could help them going into next week against a very good Weymouth Wildcat team.
So Danny DeSilva will kick off. This will be the last play of the game, and CM will take a fair catch.
Another classy move by CM. Fair catch, and they know that time's going to keep running.
So we're going to wrap it up here at Armand Colombo Field. Rocky Marciano Stadium, Leo Genitacio, Orlando Gavale. Let's put a shout out to the production team, Mike the Postman Simmons, David, Eric, Curtis Reese. Orlando, the Boxers came in. It was not a good first half, but again, the second half, played better football. The tackling was better. They're making adjustments for the coaches, going to give them credit. And they're going to go into Weymouth next week 0-5.
Yeah, and again, it's like you're going to start the season all over again because there's still chances of you getting to the playoffs if you can get that last 3 wins because your strength of schedule is probably going to be there. And
got to beat Weymouth.
For Brockton, the playoffs start next week against Weymouth, and we hope a lot of people can come out here and support the Boxers. The season's not over yet, and do we want to see this team get into the playoffs? Absolutely. We got a lot of young players out there, and you want to see them make the playoffs, and hopefully playing a team like this will make you better.
So again, let's wrap it up here at Rocky Marciano Stadium. The final score tonight, the Catholic Memorial Knights 41, the Brockton Boxers 13. See you next week.
Good night, everybody.